Hey everyone, welcome back to the Beast Studio. Today I'm with a brand new video for you guys. This is a special video. I'm going to be doing a Riverdale Clubhouse June 15th, 2021 talk. Pretty much, they do these things. The Dip hosts them, which is a Riverdale article website, and they do things like chats with writers and like theory articles. So I was able to join a chat with writer Evan Kyle. And this was a lot of fun to be able to just dive in and talk about ships. I was able to ask one question, and unfortunately cannot. It was a relationship question. I really didn't get much out of it, which I guess you shouldn't expect to in these type of things that are very non-spoiler type of things. But I just thought I would go through each ship. Spoiler alert: there's really no mystery stuff here. Mysteries weren't really talked about. It was mainly a ship, which that's what the majority of Riverdale is based on, like these like ship wars. The mystery people mainly whine about the mysteries whenever they're over, but they really don't care about them like throughout when they're happening. But okay, so I have there's pretty much six couples worth talking about. I'm gonna go through each of them, and then we'll talk about the emojis that Evan released for each of them, which he did in the past few weeks. Okay, so here is pretty much the summarization for all the couples that were talked about during the Clubhouse. So, Varchi. They will always love each other, whether as friends or more, because they've been through so much together. Varchi. They will always love each other, whether as friends or more, because they've been through so much together. Now, this could go one of two ways. He said something about Varchi having to put blood on, like, their hands to protect the other, which I don't know how, if that's supposed to be a literal or that's supposed to be, like, a meaning to, like, show that they really do love each other. So this could either end in one or two ways. It could end with a breakup or it could end with an engagement. Most likely, I don't know. I think a healthy breakup is actually good if we're talking in the long run. I mean, not because, I mean, no, like I'm a Birchie shipper, but I feel like a healthy breakup could be good for them in the long run. But I feel like second half of the season is mainly going to be them working on their issues. Like Varchi will be deciding how they build as like a couple, and will that go uphill or will it go downhill? Because I really think that saying as friends or more really just means like there's a chance that it could just go downhill. And I know that the Varchi shippers are not going to be happy about this, but also there's really no Varchi shippers following Evan. It's all Barchies because it's a Riverdale writer who likes Barchi. There's not that many of those. Um, so yeah, I personally think, and I might be wrong about this, but I personally think it is gonna end in an engagement. And I know that's probably just like that's not a good thing to say because all the Borchi stuff out there. But I just really feel like that's the direction they're going. They're obviously gonna make Bucket and Varchi in game. I feel like I'm probably just being unhopeful, but I just feel like that's the direction that they're going. So I feel like it's going to end with an engagement. They might add more drama with Barchi, and I'll talk about that later. What the big theory going around is, but they released three emojis for Varchi. I'm gonna pull them up here. Okay, so the first one is a mountain, the second one is blood, and the third one is a handshake. So the mountain could be like they have to work through their issues, so they have to climb their way up to get to the top where they can be together. And I guess that's the point where they're trying to say. So they have all these issues and they have to go uphill. And uphill's a lot harder to get up downhill. I know from experience with running. So I feel like I feel like that's what the mountain means. Blood, I feel like that's pretty much all they said. I feel like so there's gonna be like some actual like war stuff going on. I mean, with Chad involved, with Hiram involved, I don't know, but I feel like there's gonna be some actual war stuff going on here. Um, the handshake. Now this almost kind of sounds like, are they agreeing to like a business thing, or are they breaking up and anything's amicably, or is it like a hand in marriage? Which that's a way to that's an interesting way if you're trying to show it that. But I feel like this is all showing for like a rocky second half of the season, only for them to end up together by the end of season 5. I feel like that's the way that they're going. It is possible they could end with like a healthy breakup, but I really just don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so yeah, that's just kind of my feelings on Archie. Let's go over to Bughead. So here's what he said about Bughead. We'll have scenes together and we'll face this Mothman mystery together. They are just good sleuths when they team up. So we knew that they would have scenes together. We knew that they would come to this point where they had to face the Mothman because of this whole Lonely Highway mystery with Betty going on and her whole like sister with Polly missing. So I knew their stories were going to connect, and I think I'm fine with their mysteries connecting. Now I feel like they're eventually gonna reunite. I think we all know that, and I think they do have a long way off before they reunite because I feel like they had so much more issues with them during those 7 years, like that whole voicemail that Jughead sent Betty, which we haven't gotten clarification on that, but I kind of want to know soon, just because I feel like it's such an important part, and I feel like if they don't talk about it, then it's just gonna, I don't know. So here are the mysteries that he gave for Bughead. The first one is like this monster slash alien creature. I guess supposed to represent a Mothman. Hang on. The second one is bust and silhouette, and the third one is a tongue. So yeah, I feel like it's pretty obvious to what he said. They're going to be facing this Mothman together. And I feel like they're going to be kind of holding on to each other, kind of like to protect one another because they really were good friends and they had a strong relationship in high school. The tongue, no, I'm not trying to talk so much about what happened in that thing, but he did say something about how the tongue isn't going to be what people expect. So is it a kiss or is it have something really really weird connection? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there because that's a weird emoji to put in if it doesn't mean like a kiss. I mean, I don't know what else it can mean. So, because I feel like these two have a chance at reuniting, but I'm gonna say most likely they're gonna reunite by the end of the season, but it could be wrong. But based on what I've read about Jughead and Tabitha, it just seems like they're going in that direction. Okay, so now I'm gonna be talking about Kings, Kevin and Fangs. So he said we'll be beating people up, obviously. So that's kind of all we got from King. So it seems like they're going to kind of be like partners in crime again. We know that they kind of helped out Betty and Archie with the ghoulies. So they're obviously kind of like the helpers and like they're like the behind the scenes kind of people. But they also have their own relationship stuff going on. So here's the 3 emojis that we've got for Kings. Okay, so we got someone holding a baby. We got a chocolate bar and we got a fist. So the fist is obviously beating people up. The baby, I'm not sure. I feel like Kevin's gonna have a lot of development. I think he's gonna come out of this being able to raise this child with Fangs. I really hope that that's where they're gonna go because we don't want a sad Fangs. We don't want a sad Kevin. We want them to be happy together. And I'm really hoping that Kevin will get that development and get that like better, get the development and make him be happy again, and then Fangs can be happy again, and they can raise this child together like they intended to. The chocolate bar, Evan said something about there being like something that goes down at Pops with not necessarily both of them, but at least one of them. So I don't have no idea what that could mean. So whatever that chocolate bar is, or I have no idea, but something like chocolates, like alien attack with chocolates all over the place. I don't know. Does one of them get abducted by aliens and like I'm probably reading too far into this because I have no idea what that chocolate thing might be. So yeah, that's Kings. I feel like they're gonna come out this end of the season together because I do feel like they're one of the end game ships. I think that's pretty obvious from what we've come out from. Okay, so the next thing to talk about is Jabitha. So here's what they said about them, Jughead and Tabitha. Tabitha has been a good sounding board and anchor for Jughead's problems and trauma as a friend, but Tab is her own lady. She don't need no man. So, which direction are they baiting us here? Are they directing us in the way that there's not a that they're just gonna be friends? Because I feel like that's the way that they're trying to say like she don't need no man. So, do they mean that she's just gonna be our own person and Jughead's probably gonna go to Betty? Because that could be a good direction to not make it a love triangle, to not make her look like she was used, even though she kind of already was used because they kissed, which I feel like they didn't need to show that. If they were gonna do this like dirty, and even if Betty wasn't involved so early on, if they were gonna do this so dirty and just make it be a friend thing, then why do they have them kiss? It doesn't make any sense why they even had that moment. I guess just to give drama. But I feel like there's also a chance that these two could actually come out of like this whole thing like actually together by the end of the season, and that of course aligns with Barchi getting together, but not necessarily. I mean, I feel like there is a chance, but I feel like overall, I feel like these two are just going to stay friends, and not necessarily that they couldn't get together in the future, but I feel like for now they're just going to be friends for the rest of the season. Okay. The three emojis used to describe Jabitha were Pop Tate the old man, which is I think that's obviously, I mean, not like Pop Tate emoji, but like the older black man, which I think that's what they're trying to do there. So some sort of, they'll be talking to Pop again. French fries and an Italy flag. So, and he said something about Evan said something about there being like they go to an Italian restaurant together. So does that mean a date? Always a possibility there, or are they just doing some investigating there? Although I do feel like Tabitha's gonna be less connected with Jughead's mysteries during the second half of the season, because I feel like they're still gonna have friendship moments, obviously, because they had that whole 5A build up, but I feel like she's gonna be less and less attached and get more of her own storylines. But we don't know. They could still be in a relationship. I don't. The French fries couldn't just mean they grab some fries together after work or something. If those both actually mean like dates, I don't know. I really don't know. But I feel like chances are, I feel like they're just gonna be friends. I feel like that's the way that they're gonna go. Let Jughead do his Mothman investigating and give Tabitha the storyline of expanded Pops and maybe something with the Pussycats, because I feel like that's the best direction for them to go. Again, I still don't know why they even kissed in the first place, because I feel like that does not make any sense at all. Okay, so moving on. Next ship to talk about is Shoni. So it says they will be okay romantically or not, and Evan says something about in the chat saying that they will be helping a child somehow. So are they going to just be helping a kid at Riverdale High? They're going to be giving them some counseling. Is it that Britta girl? I think there's a possibility there. So here are the emojis. They gave like this praying emoji, I guess, but I guess it could also mean an apology, unless they're like her whole witch storyline is getting Cheryl's whole witch storyline is getting involved here, which I really hope it doesn't with Tony. But it could mean like an apology. So like like and that's a good first step. The fox is also used here, and I hear people say that could have some connection with the River Vixens, which I think is a good possibility. And then we get these two girls with a girl child. So I think there's a good chance they could be helping a child, Britta, because I feel like Kevin and Finks are going to be the one raising this baby. I think that's going to be what I don't think the Cheryl and Tony will raise the baby. I think that they will help this child out though. So I think that's the direction they're going to go with that. So yeah, I do feel like they're going to be back together by the end of the season. I think they have this build up, and I think that they're just going to work out. And I know that they're going to. I think everyone can agree with me. Okay, so here's the last thing I'm going to touch on. Barchi, they will have scenes together. So that's pretty simple, but I hear these rumors going on that there might be a Barchi baby. Apparently Betty might get pregnant by the end, and that will kind of end off on a cliffhanger, and Archie and Veronica already got engaged. In season 6, the whole drama will be Betty like having to hide this and say that the baby's Glenn's or Jughead's or something, in order to not hurt Archie and Veronica. But I feel like this show struggles with drama so much that I don't think they can carry this kind of drama plot. So, okay, here are the emojis used. They do two beers clinking together, and this is probably a group celebration, so don't think anything of it, guys. The birthday cake, this could be celebrating Archie's birthday or something like that, or Archie and Veronica's engagement, I guess, like a cake or whatever, but I don't know why it would be pertaining to them unless they actually are doing something. I know they said this is going to be in the finale, and then this whole bombshell, this whole bomb, which I think this could be related to Barchi if Betty does turn out to be pregnant. So I don't know what's going to go on here, but let me just say I have a special two-part Barchi video coming out soon for you guys, so stay tuned for that. So with Barchi, I feel like they're going to end the season as friends. I feel like they are going to have trauma, friendship moments. I think they're going to give us friendship, even though we probably want more. Obviously, we want more, but I feel like they could easily end the season off with that thing, although I really don't want that to be Archie like growing closer, the whole baby thing, but I feel like there is a chance that that could be, if they want to make them in game. I feel like they're not going to do anything this season, or at least not until really later on if they decide to throw like some relationship drama in the mix there. But okay, so that is kind of what I have. That's kind of pretty much it. I hope you guys like this video, because I put a lot of hard work into this, kind of coming up with everything. So comment down below, what do you think these emojis mean? I kind of already gave them to you. What will these ships mean for the future of the season? So anyways, thanks so much for watching my studio. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye.